Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay, so grab something to sip on. I'm sipping on well, is it a secret recipe? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm sipping on what I need to sip on while I spill my tea. It's not tea, but I had some really good Thai coffee and sampled the Thai tea or iced tea yesterday. Oh yeah, both were iced and everything, but oh my gosh, it's like I'm finding out how it's just the Americanized like tea and coffees that like unless they're like very fluffed up. I don't know. It's just I'm finding out that in like with different cultures, I like the way they do tea and coffee. It's just yeah, so yeah. All I have to say is go and experiment. Go do what most of MAGA does not want you to do and look at our different diversities. And this is why, like, the power of DEI, the power of finding out who you are, what you like, your authentic likes, and not what people are trying to force on you. I repeat, what people are trying to force on you, yeah, especially religiously lately. And that's coming from a Christian. I'm a Christian woman, but I'm becoming more spiritual because of the brainwashing that Christianity does. And then also, a lot of the preachers that preach Christianity are actually just doing it for the money because they're contradicting themselves while they talk, while they preach. They are doing the same exact things that they're telling everyone else not to do. And yeah, that has like almost nothing to do with my topic today, but it relates a little bit because it is another dating nightmare political mix. I'm doing a lot of these because like more men I talk to, the more I see why I'm single and they are single and how in some ways they need to figure out how to be happy. And I will admit like I want to give up on dating, but I do want to go on date nights. I do want to, and that's why it's like I mean, if I could find authentic, real friends, friends who, well, now they have to believe my disability because the proof is right in front of, and if they try to ask for a DNA test, yeah, let's just say I'll take my Christian hat off before I say what I want to say. But yeah, it's like if I could find a sapiosexual guy who is into politics and understands the importance of politics, especially for people that are not able bodied, that are not white, that are not male, because mm, they ignore politics because the advantage they have nothing to lose. They have absolutely nothing to lose. The Constitution was written for them. There had not had to be any amendments or any add ons for them because the entire thing was written for them. The reason why so many of them are mad when black people say the black version of the Pledge of Allegiance and everything like that, or it's like the start, like, yeah, well, our Americanized song is because the original American or the original version, I'll just say, mentions us as slaves. Yeah, it's like another. I've mentioned this like even especially during the Super Bowl, and I know I'm still. This is kind of like my secret little diary or whatever, blah blah blah. But a secret diary that anyone can read because I want people to learn, listen, and observe or whatever. But I don't know. It's just crazy to me when you're being racist. Why would you sing another song? There's only one Star Spangled, and you need to get over yourselves. You guys, you just want everything for yourselves, and you don't realize. And it's just like you don't realize that the original song only has us as slaves, and we would like a song that doesn't. The song wasn't originally a poem. And that poem hit hard with our ancestors. And I love this for them. They picked it to identify the representation in this country. But yeah, it's like, okay, so I say that because, okay, the real topic is it's just kind of crazy. I don't know. It's just, yeah, trying to multitask, like I've mentioned in many of my episodes, but especially the last few episodes. I am finally trying to see if I can get my Etsy store to do something because I have a couple items on there, but there's so many projects and so many things I'm working on to get on there. But my mind is on everything to the point where I don't finish anything, including the 30 to 40 poems that I've started. And yeah, they're not fit. I think I only uploaded two new poems this year. And I had a goal for this year and I'm failing miserably. But these are the types of things, and I don't know, it's like part of me wonders, am I defeating myself? Because that is one of the main reasons why I'm single, because I have a lot of goals and dreams and aspirations, and a lot of men have hated that. And like politics and starting my own business, those are two of the main, on top of the disability. So yeah, there is a little bit of a list, but yeah, for one thing, so I'm gonna do a whole episode on how fragile people think I like. If you see someone with a disability, don't pre-assume. And I've mentioned this with the library episode. If you see someone with a disability, don't automatically think you have to help them. Don't automatically think you need to help them. Because there are so many times when people come, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, shut up. It's like I came really close a couple times, and there were a couple times where I said something rude, and my sister's like, "Girl," I'm just like, "What?" It's like they are annoying me. They are annoying me. They are annoying me. And it's like they're saying, like, I am in the middle of doing something, and then they stop me from doing it, and they tell me I can't do it, even though I was in the process of doing it. And then they say, "Oh, you're fragile." Like, what? Girl, you don't know me. And yeah, normally it's a white woman. Normally it's a white woman. So yeah, this is for everybody, but especially those Karen white women who it's like, the white women who want to be savior. They have nothing to do all day, but then they find someone with a disability and they're like, "Oh, I can be their savior. I can get recognition for this." Stop. Stop. Okay, but okay, here's the real tea though. Here's the real topic because okay, when it comes to dating, yeah, politics has a lot to do with dating. And I know people are like, "Oh, this again," but I think it's just really funny how many men depend on their muscles for the swipes and or money for the swipes or their presumed ego that they have pictured in their portraits, like, and when you like with the photos that they post, it's like sometimes with the poses, or like if they go to fine dining and they're like, "Oh, this will impress her, this will show her that I have the money or the ambiance or the image to take her out to these places, so she will swipe right." And again, at the gym, oh, if she sees me at the gym with my muscles and with this posture and things, and it's like, do you know how many men I've disappointed when I'm like, "Oh, is are you a physical trainer?" Because I like, while I try to get my life together, I'm really trying to finally get in shape, and it's I've been wanting to all these years, but yeah, undiagnosed disability. So I kept having symptoms and things, and yeah, I didn't know what it was. Yeah, and doctors told me the pain's in your head, you're making it up, you're being a liar. So, but yeah, I want to, since now I know and I have my medication, and I want to, live my life and have the image, or at least like, I know I probably will never look the way that I want to look, but if I can at least be in the best shape that I can be in, you know? It's like a lot of people assume that the thick girls can't be healthy, and it's like, yeah, if you went through my day, it's like you'd be shocked and amazed. So, but anyway, I have it's crazy when you swipe left on the muscle guy and then you meet them in person by accident, because that's happened to me, especially while walking to one of my jobs. It's like I swiped left on this guy two or three times, maybe more, and I'm walking towards my job, and all of a sudden they're on a walk with their dog, and that's one reason I know it's them, because of the dog. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the guy sees me, and the guy's like, "Do I know you?" And I just shake. I was like, "No, no." And like, I was like, "No." I was like, "Your face is so familiar." No, because and one thing is like I know they're interested because Bumble snitched on them and told me you just missed a match. No, I didn't, because even with those muscles, and I will admit, this guy was highly attractive, but like a lot of people, they go based off looks only. And I will admit, like, yeah, I have a type, like when it comes to physical attraction, but at the same time, I'm such a sapiosexual. There are some guys who I don't find as attractive physically, but because of their debating skills or their intellect or their willingness and ability to research and have valid research, and it's not just on some of these, interesting people, I'll just say that. But then there are some guys who they appear to be more like highly attractive, kind of like the Ken dolls or whatever. But then either they're conservative or they're the church guys who everything is based off the Bible. And it's like, if it's not in the Bible, it doesn't matter. I will not. Oh, yeah. No. And so I just find it amazing because, especially over the last, since November of 2022, when I listed up my standards, looking at the messages that I get from some of these guys, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy with some of the messages that I get. And then even talking on the phone, like sometimes I think it might be a match, because even though they're a liberal, still doesn't mean it's a match. And so when I talk on the phone with the guys, oh, well, no, first I have to get, because, okay, sometimes it's the muscles or going to the gym or the money or the ambiance, but also their car, either their car or what they hunted and fished. Guys, okay, like some women, like maybe the conservative women like that. So yeah, if you are looking for conservative women, you know what? I'm gonna do research on that. Yeah, it's like I already have like 200 or 300 more episodes. I have a list of episodes I need to cover. So I think I have another one I need to add. But I think it's just interesting how many men, and usually it's moderate and conservative men, and usually those moderates are telling on themselves that they lean more right when they do. And it's like, but I mean, yeah, I have a long list of tells on where they, like, even if they say apolitical or moderate, when I look at their pictures, like I've said, I'm like Nancy Drew and Scooby Doo. I'm like, let's do this. Okay, okay. And so sometimes they tell on themselves with the pictures and the images and things like that, because there's a big difference with, like, like sometimes they slip through. Like sometimes a liberal, you're like, hold up, you're liberal? Oh, okay, okay. But and then sometimes I'm like, you're a conservative? Huh. Okay. Okay. You could have tricked me. Okay. But I just think it's amusing and just yeah, because when it comes to their either physiques or their cars, oh my gosh, their cars. It's like, do you know how many men? It's like they won't take a picture of their house. They'll take and like, and I've done a whole episode on investing and the value of things, and like because a lot of men with my list of standards, they hate that I have you must have some investments. But the thing is, I never set a minimum. And so when men call me stuck up and shallow and spoiled and stuff, the money's not for me. I want to make sure you have enough money for you. Because do you know how many men ask me for money? Or especially once they figure out that I'm starting my own business, I have degrees and I invest. And it's like, yeah, it's like I don't have the fanciest of clothes and blah, blah, blah. But part of me is just like, at least I know when I get older, I have like, or right now, I have money growing so that in my future, I will have something to rely on. And it's not going to be penny to penny to penny and stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. That is my goal. But a lot of these men, oh my gosh. Oh, well, look at my car. Yeah, once you drive a car out of the parking lot, it depreciates. Cars depreciate, houses appreciate. So why don't you like? And some men they do show the houses, but then I've some men that I have met. Well, you see my house, and it's like I'm. If I'm gonna buy you dinner, that means you're going coming back to my house. And because my house is so beautiful, yeah, it's like I want to show you my bedroom. It's like then they try to like, and sometimes I'm just like, okay, no, and block. But then some guys have work phones. Some guys wait until they get to work and then call you. Or they get on social media and look you up and everything like that. And it's just like, okay, men, you are the reasons why there is the T app, or it was a T app with all of that commotion and everything that went on. And some men are saying, oh, women have no reason to post this and do this. How about if they lie? And like, it's like, okay, some women just love to gossip, blah, 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 but there is a reason why that app was created. Check out my T app episodes. I have more than one, and I can have so many more because I still need to talk about. Oh, yeah, Mo. Yeah, I need to talk about Mo. Because, yeah, speaking of physical fitness people, yeah, because I've mentioned him before, I still need to get the episode together with all the evidence, pictures, and images and everything. But his profile, he had a lot of muscle pictures and things like that. And he relies on those images and pictures. And it's like he is someone that should be on the T app because of the lies. And that's the thing, like, guys, stop lying. And I keep running into episodes where men admit on panel that they on purpose lie to women just so they can sleep with them. They'll say, I want a relationship. I want something solid. They'll say anything that the woman wants and then mirrors that so that once they get what they want, that kitty, then they're like, oh yeah, whatever. I was just fooling. It's like, I don't care about you. And then men turn around and call her out of her name and say that she's nothing but yeah, you fill in the blanks. But it's like men get credit for it. Men get credit for lying. Men get credit for dehumanizing. Men get credit for treating women like property. But then, as a lot of churches, they almost preach as if women are only property. And but then they get mad when they are single and lonely and or having a hard time finding someone to marry them. And then since they can't get married, they're mad that they can't find someone to cook for them, do their dishes, do their laundry, and sleep with them. They get mad with that, but then the way they treat women, and or you have the men who they've basically used or taken advantage of their wives or girlfriends and things. So then she leaves them, but then they're like, oh, well, she should have just appreciated me to appreciate me. I have muscles, or, oh, here's another popular thing. when men try to talk about how many inches they are. I'm a sapiosexual, and it's like doing studies. I think in the study they said all you need is five. You don't need the eight, the 10, the 12. That some men, yeah, some men have bragged and tried like, and I'm not gonna like, okay, you know what? I will spill that tea on Patreon because, yeah, yeah, there's somewhere I'm just like, no, 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 that, no, So I want to stay alive. So anyway. But yeah, it's like some men, like, okay, guys, don't just reply or don't rely. Yeah, don't rely on your muscles. Don't rely on your car. Don't rely on your money. Do you have personality? Do you have something to talk about? Can you start a conversation? Can you prolong a conversation? And can you actually get to know a woman before you start asking her for pictures? And that's another reason why we have the T app. Because a lot of you guys only want to like match with someone so then you can get provocative pictures because you can't get a date anyways, or you can't get to the level to be able to earn a date because you can't start the conversation, you don't have the personality, you don't have the skills and able to show a woman that you are of value to keep around. And so then you get mad. So that for revenge, instead of going and looking at corn, you go and try to find women and you try to mirror like a great guy, a guy that you could never really be in reality because you know you're no good. But then you try to trick women into getting those photos, and or then you go and turn around and show your friends, your coworkers, and even family members these pictures of these women. But then you guys get mad when they start the T app. And then in return, you create the T born app and do this the exact thing that women stay away from a lot of you guys for, because you don't keep us safe. You endanger us. You make us feel uncomfortable. You treat us like we're property. And it's like you think the only thing you value with us is our beauty. Beauty fades. And also, beauty is an eye of the beholder. So it's like, it's just crazy how many men have told me that the only reason they're interested in me is because of how I look. And some men told me that's the only thing that matters. Because the guy says, like, if you're not that pretty, I'm just going to cheat on you. Men have told me that in summary. And it's like, I don't care what you have to say. Oh, in the last episode, I showed you some screenshots of men telling me, I don't care about your opinions. I don't care about your thoughts. There's only one need that I need that mouth for. I don't know if okay, I don't have that screenshot, but I think that one was, it was near a holiday that I got that one of last year. Because I remember throughout the day with that holiday, I was, doing the holiday thing or whatever. And then I was like, oh, let me look at my messages. And then I found that one. I saw that one and I was just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to react. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is getting interesting. This is getting interesting. So, but yeah, a lot of guys they want, and do you know how many guys who have sent me pictures of their eggplant? And yeah, I'm more of a sapiosexual. It's like, show me you can communicate. Show me that you have a brain. Show me that you know how to analyze and get deep into conversations. And I've noticed a lot of conservative men, yeah, especially, oh, well, either some conservative men try, like, they lied to me and they say they were moderate. And that's one reason why I'm very careful with moderate men. And it's because once we start talking and everything is conservative, so then I'm like, oh, well, no, it sounds like you're more of a conservative. You're not moderate. Well, no, no, no. You can't like, okay, well, who's the last Democrat or liberal that you voted for? Well, yeah, I've never voted for a liberal or Democrat, but okay, okay, okay. So would you? Oh no, well, it's like they don't really believe. I was like, okay, so you're not. It's like, okay, so maybe. moderate is a very loose term then, or maybe you just use moderate because you want to be able to date liberal women. And yeah, I don't know, it's like, to me it just feels like a trap, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but maybe I'm wrong. And so, let's see, I'm trying to think of which other example, because I've given you guys some of the so many episodes throughout the channel and everything, but it's like, okay, guys, and okay, if you guys can let me know in the messages and stuff, how long should someone wait before you send those kind of pictures, and maybe it depends on the type of relationship, because especially if it's casual, do what you do, boo. But at the same time, should there be contracts signed? Because I do you know how many men who, if I start seeing them or I see them in person, and then they were like, "Oh, look at the last girl," and I'm like, "What kind of date is this? Where you're gonna show me?" And then, but then about a week later, like, "Oh, why don't you send me some?" Because I know you're gonna like, what? It's like you just showed me that you're gonna show these to the next. But then anyway, I know I haven't told you guys about Chris yet. Chris P from Snapchat, because he's one of those guys where he tries to convince women because he is a quote unquote doctor. I still don't know if he's really a doctor. He might be, like, I mean, he probably is, but his personality is, I know why he, well, and the thing is, he's engaged, but he was talking to me while he was engaged, because yeah, this is another guy that would be from Dearborn. Yeah, then this is why I keep saying be careful, because do you know how many guys, especially from the Dearborn area, they're engaged or married, but they're still talking to other women. And oh, this is why I'm like, yeah, I wish I was on that app. But you know what? I have my channel. And so I'm going to be showing, I have so many screenshots from him. And he recently wrote me, well, not recently, but about 21. Yeah, I still get the notifications because he still writes me here and there. I ignore him. I ignore him because he is so despicable, because he's one of the types that relies on his medical, like, license and certifications and everything and degrees or whatever to get women. And then like while on speaker, because like with Snapchat or whatever, you can do like the long video chats or whatever, and I like that because I get to see the person, I get to see their reactions or whatever. But then next thing you know, he's in his car, but it's not a stick shift, but yeah, his hand is busy, I'll say that. And he doesn't tell me. Next thing, he's just doing it, and he's just like, well, you're so beautiful, I just can't help myself. Excuse me, you're a grown man, you're a doctor, and you're in a parking lot. And he did this, like, that's one of the reasons. And then yeah, that was one of the main reasons I stopped talking to him. But then about a month later, guess who I got? It's like he was sending messages, but he forgot that he, like, still was, like, friends with me or whatever. And then he was like, yeah, my beautiful fiance. Yeah, his beautiful fiance with her picture and everything. And I wanted to tell her, give her a heads up with the screenshots or whatever, but I didn't. I didn't. And I'll tell that whole story very soon. But yeah, but the thing is, I'm gonna have to get all the screenshots together for that one, because I think there's over 20 to 30 for him. That's not included with the 500 that I have though. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.